Welcome, students. Today we are going to study the very important chapter of social studies, that is natural resources. In this chapter, we shall study meaning of natural resources, types of natural resources, uses of natural resources, and conservation of natural resources. Before getting into details, we must know what is the meaning of natural resource. Children, everything around us, whether it is living or non-living, is a part of natural resource. So, these are the materials which are found in nature, like air, soil, sun, water, plants, forests, and many more. Now we shall study different types of natural resources. They are categorized into two groups, renewable and non-renewable. The first category, that is renewable, these resources do not run out easily if we use them wisely because they can be used for longer period of time and can be naturally renewed. The second category of natural resource is non-renewable. These resources cannot be replaced quickly once they are used up, and they take millions of years to form, so they must be used very wisely. Now we will study different types of renewable resources. Here we will start with solar energy. It is one of the clean source of energy. This is the energy that we get from sun. Dear children, sun not only gives us heat and light, but it can also be used to produce electricity. Nowadays we see solar panels all around us. How do they work? These panels actually capture sunlight and turn into electricity or heat energy. The second source of renewable energy is wind energy. This is the energy that we get from moving air, that is called wind. Big fans called wind turbines use force of the wind to spin. This spinning turns a machine inside the turbine and makes electricity. The next category of renewable resource is water energy, which is also called hydropower. Water energy is the power we get from the moving water, which is used to make electricity by constructing dams on the rivers. Now we will study what is biomass energy. It is also type of renewable source of energy that we get from natural materials like wood, animal waste, dried leaves. When these natural materials are burnt or turned into gas, they produce heat or electricity. The next category of renewable resource is called geothermal energy. Children, the word geo means earth and therm means heat. That means it is the energy that we get from the heat inside the earth. Hot water or steam from inside the earth is brought up through pipes. This heat is then used to make electricity or to warm buildings. Here are some multiple choice questions based on the topics which we have covered till now. The first question is, name the energy that we get from sun. Option A, hydropower. Option B, solar energy. Option C, wind energy. Second question is, what is moving air called? Option A, wind. Option B, light. Option C, heat. Question number 3 is name the resource that can be used again and again. Option A, non-renewable. Option B, renewable. Option C, conservation. Moving ahead to different types of non-renewable resources. Here, the first category is of coal. It is a black rock which is found deep inside the earth. It takes millions of years to form from dead plants which are buried under the earth and pressed under heat and pressure. This resource is used to produce electricity and used in factories. The second non-renewable resource is petroleum, which is also called crude oil. It is a thick dark liquid which is found deep inside the earth and also takes millions of years to form. Then this crude oil is sent to refineries through pipes where impurities are removed from it and convert into different categories like petrol, diesel, natural gas, etc. The next non-renewable resource is a natural gas, which is a gas found near oil and coal deep inside the earth. It is used at homes in the form of LPG cylinders for cooking and also to run machines in factories. Now we will study about the next non-renewable resource, which is called nuclear fuel. This is a special material like uranium that give off a lot of energy when their tiny particles or atoms are split. These materials are used in power plants to produce a lot of. Now we will study about the next non-renewable resource, which is called nuclear fuel. This is a special material like uranium that give off a lot of energy when their tiny particles or atoms are split. These materials are used in power plants to produce a lot of electricity. Dear children, by now you have come to know what are natural resources and why are they important. Different kinds of resources have different kinds of roles. We need air not only to breathe but to make electricity. Water is also used to produce electricity other than drinking, washing and cleaning. Petrol and coal have their different roles. So it becomes a responsibility to protect or conserve these important resources. Here are some simple points that we can take care regarding conservation of natural resources. The first one is we should always turn off lights and fans when not in use. Secondly, always use water wisely. Don't waste it while brushing or bathing. Walk or cycle for short distances to save fuel like petrol and diesel. We must plant more and more trees to protect forests. Recycle and reuse materials like paper, plastic and metals. It will not only help to reduce pollution but also to conserve these very important resources. Now it's time for assessment. Here are two value-based questions. First one, why is it important to switch off lights and fans when not in use? And how does this show care for natural resources? The second question, Ravi walks or cycles to nearby places instead of using a scooter. How does his action help in conserving coal and petroleum, and what value is he showing here? The second category of assessment is some questions in the form of assignment. The first question is, what are natural resources, and give two examples. Question number 2, differentiate between renewable and non-renewable resources. Question number 3, write any two uses of renewable resources. Question number 4, discuss any three ways to conserve natural resources. Dear children, here it comes to an end of the chapter Natural Resources. I hope you must have learned a lot about all types of resources. Thank you.